You know, when the guy told me he wanted me to give it a shot repairing the train, I wasn't expecting this. I hope you are having a fantastic day today. Dave K here today for one more fun-filled weekend day in Zurich with the Zurich card. I'm going to try to catch a couple of museums, the Tram Museum, the Museum for Handicraft stuff, maybe a few restaurants. I'm going to try to stay warm as well. I've got some fun activities during the week too, so keep your eyes open for those. Let's make the most of one more day of this past year. All right, y'all, starting it off today with the Museum for Gestaltung. It's back there, crossing from the tram now. We've passed this one so many times on the tram. I'm like, oh, I keep meaning to do that. So Sunday is the day. Let's do it. By the way, keeping with my Switzerland theme, I had some snacks for breakfast this morning to try to make the most of the day and not have to worry about stopping somewhere too long for food. Not to mention, haven't loved some of the food items. Some has been good, but today is going to be quick so we can grab lunch, maybe even after this one, or after a couple of museums. An interesting museum, again, but again, some of this feels less appropriate to share. So yeah, it's unique. Here's Mona Lisa in a wheelchair. Yeah, a lot of it exploring, I guess, humanity and human structure. Some more openly than others, let's say. All right, some more interesting and shareable, I think, exhibits upstairs. So it's nice to be able to take a look at these. And I think these are friendly for all, so that's nice. So, it was an interesting one. Another interesting one, indeed. Glad we're having a chance to check a few out and see what we think of a few of them. Swiss National Museum. I would maybe even go back and spend some more time there today. There's a few others I want to see, so I think I'm going to try to see those too. I'm trying to make the most, right? I'm like, oh, do I try to do the Dolder Bahn this morning? I think that might be really nice. Catch that tram. That's where I'm headed now. And then maybe lunch after that. We'll see. All right, I am back here on Parade Platz. I just missed an 8, apparently. I didn't realize where it was. I was sitting here and I got off my bus on the other side of their tram on the other side of the street. But it is what it is. And there is the Fraumunster again. Maybe Grossmünster behind it. We'll try to catch that later, but a lot of that's not open yet. So that's why I'm thinking we'll do the Dolderbahn tram for now. You know, beyond these cables here, I'm observing like these hanging beads in the sky. I'm not really sure what those are for. Maybe they're prepping for the holidays. Maybe they have to do with the trains as well. So I got some cookies. I was eating a cookie in my pocket, and these birds get aggressive here. They fly right up to you. I dropped a crumb, and they like all fought over it. I'm like surrounded by them now. So no more snacking outdoors, I guess. You know, I'm just observing the intricacy of that Credit Suisse building over there as well while I'm waiting for my train. I believe the largest bank in Switzerland. I think they acquired the second largest at one point. Cool to see it over there. So here's our first sign at Dolder Grand, this way. This guy's running here. I hope I'm not about to miss a train again. But we shall see when we get there. Hopefully this is the right way for that next train. TBD. This looks right. Let's see how this one shapes up for us here. Yep, we're in the tunnel now. I like it. All right, I have made it off the train. Not really sure which way we're going from here. It's raining sideways, so we'll figure it out. All right, I would advise Google Maps, not always the most helpful, so I'm following the road signs here. We will get there eventually, hopefully. So I'm in this elevator, taking me, I believe, down to the entrance of the hotel. It's a bit confusing, but we'll check it out. All right, indeed, here we are, going down these stairs into this basement-seeming hotel. although they have some interesting artifacts along the way, so I guess you know you're in the right place. Doesn't hurt. Yeah, this is this is extensive. So main building's up this way. That sign over there said gallery and golf. So I guess we'll take the elevator up and maybe ask some questions when we get up there. Interesting, I don't know, jewelry area, sales area. Just kind of walked into here. So it looks like you can get some things. I don't know, some of this must not be for sale, am I right? Are these just decorations? Am I just in a hotel? In a hallway for the hotel? I think so. No, main building is that way. Concierge reception, all that looks to be that way, but there was also set upwards. There's elevator here, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm certainly walking around a good bit. I think another wing down that way. Looks like the main building is right here. And I don't know, conference center, ballroom back this way. So just kind of walking around. I'm a bit confused. The sign says galleries this way. I did a little bit of Googling and it sounds like that's the most amazing thing to see here. Although the museum is quite luxurious, it's nice. We'll see what we can find towards the gallery. There are some things I just don't get, right? Like what's that little keyhole underneath the gallery sign? But I guess we'll just walk in, see what it's like. Maybe not. It's locked. So I think maybe I should ask them at the front and see what they say. Yeah, not really sure. I guess that one you might need an access ticket for or something. And here's a bit of the exterior, and the view is certainly a nice perspective and a nice looking hotel from the outside indeed. So I was told the gallery is not like an art gallery, but you can see the art here in the main lobby, in that bar that we toured, in the restaurant area, and downstairs here. So one more section to check out, see their beautiful designs, and glad I stopped in. Oh, that is very nice over there. Here is a closer look. You've got jewelry, you've got these beautiful pieces of art, which at first I thought were stained glass windows. And then of course I can see they've got some different type text on them, and it does not look like they're windows either. But certainly cool to see this area. And you have some sculptures down here as well. Do love this chandelier here, and you've got some other interesting pieces in this downstairs lobby area. Almost seems like different styles of women's hair in a way, but with nature elements, you know. And I think that pretty much covers the artwork here, but I'm glad we had a chance to drop in and take a peek, and if there's any more, I will certainly add it in. I think you may have seen already, but if you haven't, these nature type in this hallway on the way down to the restaurant. It's nice. So it was cool to see. Glad I dropped in for a quick look, saw some of that artwork, and had the chance to experience Dolder Grand. Now, I think I'm ready for lunch. once we know where we're at, it's a lot easier, or at least once we walk out of there, it's a lot easier, especially knowing where we came from. And I'm pulling in right at the same time as the Dolder Bahn, which is pretty perfect. Let's step on board. So this is cool. The conductor switches sides before we head downhill. That's nice. So he's always looking forward. All right, back at the train stop again, nice and easy from the tram car there, which is nice, and waiting to catch the train, head to lunch. Some tasties, time for some food for sure. All right, take a look around here. Another beautiful street, and we are walking down, pretty quiet out here, which is nice, walking down to Hotel Adler. If we can make that one again for the Swiss Fondue, finally get some Swiss Fondue so I can check off most of my local cuisine. Some cute little streets here, and I like it more when they're less busy and when it's brighter outside. Walking down some of these to make our way to food. All right, we are back, and it's still a bit of a wait, so we shall see how long it is. All right. All right, trying this again here inside, which is nice. We have tables available, and we will find the English menu. Maybe it's the red one. Maybe this one is the... well, I don't know, we'll find out. You can see very cool decorations in this restaurant, authentic restaurant here, and it has that same smell as the other one, but much lighter, much better managed, I think. All right, we have some bread for our fondue. We have our tea in there, a nice fancy looking tea bag. I mean, it's, you know, it's fairly expensive, so it's nice, at least to be getting fancy. And we are ready to eat soon. There's the hotel on the placemat, you didn't see that. Swiss sushi restaurant at the Hotel Adler. So here we go, digging in and let you know how it goes. This is their signature fondue, by the way. And I hadn't even noticed, on the back that may be salt and pepper, but you've got some very different seasonings here with a nutmeg, muscatnuts, I guess, and a paprika. So that's cool. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Okay. Nice, very nice. Okay, now this one perfect. Okay, great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take a look there at the signature fondue here, Adler's signature fondue. We shall see how it is. Cheers. All right, and here we have, I was told, in a Swiss signature dish, the apple pudding type thing. He said after cheese is perfect. Traditional Swiss, so we'll give it a shot. Cheers. And it comes with the pass, Zurich card. So it's a nice apple pudding type thing here. Very, very, what do you call it? Light, thin. You know, it's not thick and creamy like a pudding like you might be used to. But it's very light. I want to call it like a yogurt consistency, or even less than that. And it's got a tartness to it, almost like apple cider type flavoring to it. So it's nice. Yeah, certainly a nice change of pace after the cheese goes well. So it was nice to try, and I enjoyed it. It was tasty food. You know, put some pepper on there, put some different seasonings. It was nice. I feel like a tough one to get down, right? The cheese, liquid cheese there. Keep it hot. Keep it from smelling too Swissy. But I enjoyed it. Was heavy and probably not my go-to sort of thing, but glad I had a chance to check it out. Looking forward to trying more things in the future. Now, I'm walking to my next museum. Should be just down the street here. Museum of Guilds was only open on Sundays, so we'll take a peek. I think this might be it right here. Cool looking building from the outside. Let's see how it is when we get in there. Oh no, it's not this cool one right here, but right across from it, Zunstad here. If I can check in, if I can get in, we'll check it out. I'm walking up all these stairs, and I don't see it yet. Almost like I'm in an apartment building here. Interesting. Interesting. All right, we are here in the City of Guilds Museum, and it's 3 rooms, audio-visual stuff. She's going around setting everybody up, and we're doing English. We're the only English group here, so we'll see how it goes.
What leads you here?
The delegates of the Federal Diet are presenting Grossmünster with a coat of arms. The map that I've drawn and give it to the council. That would look great in here. You could make the guild hall stand out.
On the left by his helmet that he's a Swiss warrior. But I don't recognize the 2 others.
Oh, I do. This is very simple. It's part of the elementary education of any bearded man on the right. We're looking at a hermit with staff and walking boots. Bearing a rosary. The curved shape above his head and the hand he holds up as if he's lecturing someone.
Prior to it, well, Lochmann in person, putting himself on a pedestal.
People say the hermit had made a prediction.
Se non è vero, è ben trovato.
Now, to show the whole thing in the right light.
Nice to see a bit of this museum here. It's interesting. It's like 3 different audio-visual sessions. It's a little bit hard to understand with some of their accents and all of that, but get a better understanding of how the trade guilds worked. And it's funny, this is apartments as well, kind of how they operated back in the day. But I think it'd be nice for me to see some other things as well. So I gotta say, it was a very different style of museum. Again, no particular icons to see. It's really just those videos. It was nice to see some of that artwork as well, but you know, it's hosted by that one woman, and she's managing like the 3 different groups moving around. And it's all volunteers, she was telling me, so that's why they're only open on Sunday. So nice of them to do, and certainly interesting to learn about, but so much to see and so little time for me. So off I go. And very close by, here we are at the Grossmünster. Excited to check this one out. I believe aspects of it are free, and certain parts of the pass will be helpful for. Let's take a look. So she told me we'll come back around for a quick look at some stained glass windows and all of that, but I can also go up to the tower with my, what do you call it? With my desk, with my Zurich card. But look at that, enter at your own risk. And we are going to step in. Last entry at 4, so I'm glad we came early. Staircase here, reminding me a bit of the towers in Ireland. Hopefully nobody's coming down at the same time. I just feel like I need to keep my head down, but I guess I don't. I guess there's space up there. You think you made it, and then you hit a no entry sign, and you keep going. All right. Whew, y'all, I'm getting old. Starting to have some heart issues. Trying to make it up these stairs. Okay, I think I made it at the top now. Yes. Wow, this looks like something from Uncharted. You know those video games. Not quite sure what some of these designs are behind me, but yeah, bell tower for sure. Take a look around us here. You can see people coming down as well. Wow, this is a bell tower for real. All right, up we go yet again. And saw some young ones behind me, so we'll see if I get past here. But this is cool to see for sure. Yeah, I'm ready for a break. Glad I didn't start here. Glad I took 15 minutes after lunch to sit for a bit. Whew. Oh, we're not done. Gotta go that way now. Man, this is gonna be a cool bell tower, I'm sure. But I am tired of walking upstairs. Oh my gosh, it keeps going for a while. Whew. Oh, I'm going. I'm trying to make it. Ooh, wish me luck. This just keeps going. The stairs are different now too. Oh my gosh. Y'all, are you kidding me? You kidding me? Whew. Okay, we keep going. Should I stop for a minute? Take a seat in these chairs maybe? Need a little intermission. You got a nice little window right there. These chairs, if I don't trip over them on the way. Okay. Let's try to keep going. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Nice. Really, really cool to see. Looks like these view of outside. Oh, super nice to see the views out here. Absolutely love to see them from the lower level as well, the windows. Yeah, it's a good spot. Worth walking off the bell tower if you got the energy for it. One more view seated, looking out at Bergplatz here and the river, the lake, from inside the seated window area. I like it. Really cool to get a chance to experience this one. I'm glad I did. And I'll look at a bit of the cathedral itself, then make our way. Gosh, forget how many steps there are in this thing. Certainly going down proves it was a hike up too. Okay, walking around here, the interior, and maybe we'll grab a seat, get a view up at the beautiful, stained glass windows. Wow, I did not even notice all of these ones here. So different, so nice there. Just a variety of designs. It feels like, again, it's just like completely different concept here than like on those ones over there. So it's nicely done. Nice, beautiful green one right here. It almost looks like a lira in there too. Okay, and of course you've got the main event right here. These are large ones, darker, but really nice to see at the end of the cathedral. You can see beautiful organs back that way, and even more stained glass windows on this side. Crypt will be open on dry days, and she said cloister was just around the corner. I'm not sure. I think she meant outside around the corner, so I think I have to go outside to see that, but we shall see. Beautiful stained glass windows though. Again, you can see they're all so different and so nice, so unique. Okay, we're figuring it out. Cloister right here, outside through this gate, I believe. So we'll see what it looks like up this way. Cheers. Glad she mentioned this one to me. Oh, nice. Oh, wow, would you look at that? Beautiful covered area here. I guess this is what you call a cloister. That little garden area in the middle. Looks like some fun facts on the outside, on some doors, like over that way. Glad we dropped by it. Okay, so the fun facts are in German, but still, it's cool to see this cloister. I really like this view here. Nice perspective. Take some photos of this area, and you can even see the bell tower, probably the one we were on, in the distance there. Oh, beautiful area. Now I'm a bit confused on how to get out, but I'm following the signs. The signs are helpful. Green man walking outdoor this way. So we made it. So she informed me that these are some of the oldest ones here. St. Peter and St. Paul, I believe. These are some of the originals. All the other ones we saw on the sides, 2009, and those very front ones around the 1930s. So nice to see it all here. And I'm glad I get a chance to browse a bit. So I really do appreciate the uniqueness of these. Very nicely done. Certainly worth dropping in if you're around Grossmünster. A great stop indeed. All right, one last look at it behind us here. If you look closely, you can see those different windows have different designs from the outside too. It's much harder to notice from the outside, so you don't get the colors, but nice to see. I'm gonna try to catch the tram. Oh, is this my tram? To the next museum. Now, walking towards the water, ladies and gentlemen, Pavillon Le Corbusier. I believe I was told by the woman in the church there, cathedral. It's very nice. Pavillon Le Corbusier, I believe, is the last work of this artist. If I read correctly online, I'll have to double check that. We'll check it out. Wow, very cool. Yeah, it's the famous artist Le Corbusier's final building. You can see, almost seems like some people are sitting there and working, and then there's people standing outside. I'm not sure what that's about, but it's a nice photo. We'll take a look. Really cool rooftop terrace here too. You can see nice views around and below us here. Maybe even take a seat up here for a moment and look down and reflect on the beauty of his work here. You really have to appreciate when you commit to something, you're dedicated to a task, you can do some really nice things. I wonder what that yellow house is over there. Maybe just somebody's house, but it's a beautiful one. It's funny too, I saw some people like kneeling to get through under here because it's so low. Like this particular part, you couldn't see me crouching to get under that, but it was lower. And I guess this is that ramp that would have brought us up here, but that's closed due to the rain. That makes sense. You can still get up here through the door, the inside door, just not the ramp because of the rain. This was a nice spot to see. Again, really glad I had a chance to see it, and can certainly appreciate the beauty when you commit yourself to a task like a beautiful artistic buildings here. Some great work. Take a look at some of the beautiful buildings on the walk back as well. Just appreciating again his beautiful work, and when you commit to something, you can make it happen. Looking to get to the Tram Museum next. One of the last big stops that I really wanted to make sure I saw. So I'm glad I had a chance to see most of them. And it is pouring sideways now. We're gonna try to squeeze through here and make it to the museum. Try not to get too soaked on this one. Take a look at the Tram Museum here. Really cool. You can hear some bells ringing. Bells will be ringing. And you can just walk on board some of these trams too. Although, I guess we've been doing this all day, but it's a little different, right? This is more like what we rode in Lisbon. You know, spinning the little thing, and you have to go different ways. By the way, it's worth noting the flyer does not appear to be in English. The outside is, but you open it up and it is not. As you can see, some trams are open, some trams are closed. Maybe it's different doors too, but nice to be able to browse and take a look at different trams. This is one of the ones with the closed off section for the conductor, so it doesn't seem like we can get in there. Look at these chairs. They're all so different. I mean, it's like, I imagine taking you through a history. I don't really know what I'm looking at because I don't see like papers. I don't see a lot of English, but cool to see. Wow, check out this one. You've got like a little dining corner back here. You've got like a bar up here. This is like a luxury trip. And it looks like the conductor's got a pretty comfortable seat here too. Hold on, everybody. We're going for a spin now. All right. Oh wow, and it looks like that one's actually moving there. So maybe that's where the bell noise is coming from. I think a kid is driving that one. I would totally drive that too, though, if I'm being honest. Certainly a cool and different museum. You have certainly a lot of kids in this area. But, is it billiards table? I mean, it's all over the place. What is that? It's not billiards. It's, table soccer, whatever you call it. And some chairs. Yeah, some interesting ones. I'm going to take a closer look at this one myself. See if I can figure out... Oh, there's English at the bottom. That's nice. Wow, this is super interesting. Take a look beneath us here, and you can see, it seems like some of the information about what makes up the train, but wow, it's like scary to stand on it too. So they've got this picture of hard hats and some hard hats sitting here. I'm imagining you can go under there, but I don't know. I mean, it's wide open. Maybe I should. I don't know if this is for real, but I will give it a shot. I mean, it seems like you got to duck a little bit. Yeah, you can get under here. If you take a look above me, oh yeah, look at that. They even have numbers. Wow, this is really cool. Numbers with different information. Unfortunately, all seems to be in German again, but that's okay. You have the Achte. Oh, my neck kind of hurts. Is it that hat, or is that me just like bending over in a weird way? Yeah, you can see all the numbers behind me underneath the train. That is crazy. Standing underneath the train here. Wow, that is certainly a unique experience. I'm glad I stepped underneath. You know, the guy said he needed some help repairing the train, so I figured give it a shot, right? Okay, well, I think we got the train all fixed up down here. Fixed. That is super cool. This is certainly worth stepping underneath, crawling underneath, if you will, and seeing the underside of the train. Who puts a foreigner to repair their train here? Just walking underneath the train, trying to fix some things. And I think we all got it all patched up. Glad we could take care of that business, y'all. Now we can get back on the road. Let's do it. Yeah, there's certainly some cool parts of this one. I'm glad we gave it a few, you know. Didn't just be like, oh, it's just trams. Baby stuff. I'm enjoying it. This one's got some interesting reading material, in case you want to read up about the trams. Although, I don't know how much that's in German versus how much is in English. Cool, well, a tram full of books about trams. I'm messing with this thing a bit, and it feels like this side is the brake. It's a little bit tauter versus this side gives easily. So I think that's the gas, and this is the brake. Kind of like what it looked like they were doing in Lisbon, since they were using that there too. Really cool to see. And you've got a few fun color ones, like the green ones here, for example, the yellow ones, and different style as well. You can sit along these sides and wait for your ride. And I may have missed some instructions on the way in, so make sure you read the instructions, by the way. But really, really cool to see this museum. Glad I'm having a chance to check it out, and certainly a fun one for all ages. I do think those kids were making this tram car move, because it doesn't look like it's moving back and forth so much anymore. So that is really cool, how they can twist those levers and make that one move. Oh wow, they've got it going now. I think they're just manually pushing that one. That's pretty funny too. Cool to see. Ooh, and I almost missed a gallery upstairs. Check this one out. We'll walk around a bit, browse, and learn more about the history of the trams. I think it's really interesting to see the coin and how predominantly coin operated they were. Although if you think about it, these machines might have been from a time or before we really used the cards. So if you look at the recent one, they do have coin slots, but there's certainly space for a card as well. I've also seen this a few times, that RP. I'm pretty sure it's their change. I'm pretty sure a franc is $1 and or a buck or whatever. You know, it's the big currency, the main currency. And I think an RP is change. Although this one says 5 S franc, so maybe the change has changed. Maybe there's been change when it comes to the change. Okay. Ooh, if you can see clearly here, reflection of light's a little tricky. Those buildings, looks like you can see the trams operating around town in a way, and some signs regarding them too. Overall, really cool gallery upstairs too. Don't miss, in case you're interested in seeing the physical stuff that goes along with the trams, or I guess the art and the designs that go along with the trams, the town and otherwise. I tried messing around with this piano here, but it did not seem to make any noise through those headphones. So interestingly enough, perhaps out of order. And here's some more trams here. Oh, look at these models. Those are really cool. Even got some people in those. There's the more classic looking today's sort of tram, I feel like. Some classic ones, I guess. And interesting, oh, are you able to operate a tram around this one? That would be really cool. Let's find out. Maybe it's already in use. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Here it comes, racing around the corner. All right, he's going much slower. It seems like he's operating it over there. That's super cool. You can control the speed of it as it goes through the town. I like it. Got a few more models over here on the side, and again, you get to see the tram coming around here for us, making his way. Oh yes. Oh, he's stopping here. Pick this up. Yeah, this is certainly a cool stop. Oh, is this another one I can use back here? Make some trams go? Maybe, maybe not. But maybe this is just to test the lever. I don't think this one's working properly, but interesting too, some of the terms like parallel and Zurich. But it seems like it's probably from slowest to fastest. Yes, I checked on the one that is very popular by our operators here today, and it does indeed seem that the text is the same. By the way, that's very interesting. I'm not sure what these conductors are faceless here for. Maybe I can stand behind it and look like I'm him. I feel like this is an exit. I mean, that's usually what that sort of sign means. But yes, not really sure where this all goes. One more thing. There are offices leading down to bathrooms on our left, but on the right side, you have these little artifacts, which are cool to observe. One more piece of train fun, train history, tram museum, before we make our way onwards. Oh, an early evening, so that I can get up nice and early tomorrow. Still pretty full from lunch, so I don't think I need another full meal tonight. I might just do some snacks. What'll you take, son? Pour me a cold one. Cold what? We have Oval Maltine, Swiss national beverage. Sounds good. Thanks. Here in this tram, in the Tram Museum. I swear I'm just about done. Take a look at this. You've got, it looks like a defect. So I imagine defective ticket machine, but wow. Really cool to see the inner workings of that machine too. Nice that they show it to us. So, a cool stop off again in the Tram Museum. Glad I had a chance. And here is Mr. Bear welcoming you in or out of the Tram Museum as well. Thanks, Bear. See you soon. We barely visited, but we'll see you soon. I mean, you can barely call this guy a conductor, am I right? He's barely qualified. In fact, he's far overqualified. At Parade Platz, again, one more look at this Credit Suisse building. Really, really nice looking buildings, for sure. Gotta give them some credit. I don't think any of our, Wells Fargo or other banks look like this. Bank of America, not usually. Thanks so much for helping make it an amazing day. Don't forget to make your day an incredible day as well. Focus on the positive vibes. Look for the silver lining in everything you do. Hit that thumbs up button so you know you liked it. Subscribe for more coming your way. Lindt Chocolate Factory, right around the corner, actually. I'll give you spoilers there. Tomorrow, I'm doing Lindt in the morning. So keep your eyes open for it. Until next time, play on.